Welcome everybody to the only business model you're going to need, raising £1 million inside 12 months. On this webinar, you're going to be introduced to the most unsaturated business model of wealth creation, also known as OPM and other people's money. This is a strategy where you don't have to invest thousands up front to see a return. You'll be tapping into one of the most unsaturated business models right now in 2023 by leveraging money. And that's what I'm going to share with you on this webinar. You don't need initial capital to invest to start right now. And the best part about this business model is simply that money makes money. And not only can money be made fast when you know how, it can also be made and raised during an economic downturn, inflation, wars, recessions, or where I'm based, we had something called Brexit. It will never stop the rich getting richer. The top 1% will always continue to thrive. You've heard the saying, money doesn't sleep? Well, it doesn't. I'm a problem solver and my name is Ahmed. I started out as a mortgage broker and I'm currently a creative finance broker, mentor and investor. I've flipped so many properties and I've raised millions of pounds. My story isn't too different to a lot of other successful people. I too have made mistakes. I too have worked hundreds of hours a week. And I've also been stung by my colleagues who I thought were close friends. I was actually a little bit nervous to admit that on this webinar. It's not easy to hold your hands up and say that I trusted people I perhaps shouldn't. Long story short, my money was stolen and I was left to build again. But with this, I built my knowledge, my network. I built onto my experiences that were already there. I retrained my money-making muscles, my mindset, and I became more disciplined than ever. You have to be a certain type of person to make money and rebuild. And I'll share with you what it takes so you don't have to waste 10 years trying to find it. I'll also share with you the mistakes I made along the way so you don't have to make them either. So I mentioned I'm a problem solver. What problems do I solve, you ask? Well, it's known that property entrepreneurs, no matter if you're starting out or a seasoned pro, you are taught to find the deal first and the money will follow. That's problem number one. There's also a mindset, usually inherited from family and friends, that asking for money is bad and owing money is awful, debt is horrific. Mix these in with a touch of self-doubt and you've got yourself the second problem. Another problem I see, and I see this a lot, is the attitude and belief that you need to suck up to investors and you need to put them on some sort of pedestal. No. Look, in regards to money, it's safe to say that we've been brainwashed. We are taught wrong at school, we are brought up wrong with our inner circle, leading us to think wrong. So, although you may be left with the limiting beliefs, the fact remains that we all know money is crucial for any business to move forward. Yes or yes? And that's why you're here. I know that's why you're here. You all want to learn how to raise money to fund your projects. You want to grow or you want to start your property business, but you just need the right blueprint because you already know money will help your business. But it's how to get that money. Where do we find investors that will give us money for our projects? What do we say to investors when we do find them? How do we secure the funds? Why would they invest in you? You're in the right place. You've taken the first step and that is half the battle. The answers that you're looking for are here. This new business model will catapult you closer to your desired outcome. It will be hard work, but it's a simple process because I've simplified that process and it's the best method we've discovered to supercharge your progress, without a doubt. Why would you wait 10 to 15 years to make or save some money, then use that money, your own hard-earned money or life savings, when you can start today, right now with OPM? The banks are doing the same thing every minute of the day with your money, your ISA and your savings. Mimic their success. Using OPM will save you years of your life and it will boost your growth astronomically. Take a look at this. That's me a few years ago. And this was taken at my event in the UK. No more whiteboard. That's been traded in. That one there, that one's in Dubai. This brings me on to my next point. You can raise money anywhere in the world. We are ruled by our jobs, so we start our own business. Then we think we have to stay in our own country. That's just a hobby, not a business. This business model of raising OPM, it allows you to live life to the full and provide your family with security. And you can start today with the tools that I give you. You don't need to wait to use the tools. You don't need to wait for the experience of flipping a property or owning a portfolio to start right now. You can do it all by yourself and start utilizing investor finance and do it, ready, effectively. I make sure that you are maximizing the amount that you raise so you're never missing out on any chance to make money. And I also make sure that no opportunity will be wasted or missed, leaving you with money unused or not working for you. Very soon, you're going to experience what it's like to have access to a lot of money. Everyone's going to be knocking on your door, begging to work with you because you've discovered and implemented the secret that no one else uses, raising other people's money. This is not a business model where you need initial capital for stock like drop shipping or e-commerce or anything else, something like Forex or crypto, where you must invest a lot of your money in order to start trading and seeing a return. This, you don't need that. You get to take advantage of this industry without ever having to use your own funds. And I'm going to share with you the details of how it works in a moment. Just before I do that, I need you to understand this. World events like COVID and the war that's happening in the Ukraine have made the last few years an absolutely wild ride, to say the least. Banks have been handing out a lot of money, which is causing crazy inflation. The winter's coming and it's going to be a very cold one. So what does raising money have to do with that? Why would raising money now be so important? And what makes this strategy so powerful? I will explain. In order to have true stability, you must be in control of your income. No matter what strategy you do, no matter what business you're in, money will help you. Whether that means start a business or grow and scale your existing business, where people struggle, and I know because I've been there, is thinking that you have to use your own money. No, it's about using other people's money. Robert Kiyosaki does it, Richard Branson does it, Grant Cardone does it, Jeff Bezos does it, the banks do it. You will progress your business when you have money. They do it. Why aren't you? The way this business model works is you are going to raise capital from investors and you'll be the mastermind behind the money and get paid for growing their wealth. This means you get to capitalize off the property industry without ever having to use your own funds. This is the strategy that trumps the rest, the ace up your sleeve. This strategy walks all over other strategies because you can utilize any strategy when you learn these skills. You can make all of the other strategies better when you have the skills of raising money. You can transfer these principles to any property strategy and, for that matter, any business away from the property industry. When I say strategy, we're talking rent to rent, BRR, flips, land development, title splits, conversions. You can do all of them and on steroids. When you have an influx of constant investment into your bank account, the sky really is the limit. I've created a formula where you can do it all by yourself, which makes it super simple. And before I move on, here's a quick testimonial on how the skills are transferable.
Since signing up with Phil and Rob, I've managed to secure a number of deals. Phil and Rob both worked with me and helped me to raise £100,000 worth of investment within 90 days.
Relentless action. This is prime time to be focused on raising money. All across the world, as the economy implodes, more and more people will be losing their jobs. The poor will be getting poorer and the rich will no doubt be getting richer. You need to be liquid, you need to have cash, and you must be prepared. The next 12 to 24 months will be the best time in our lifetime where the opportunity is so perfect to create wealth for yourself. Whoever goes into this perfect, excuse my French, this perfect shitstorm with the most urgency and money, you'll be coming out of it, and I guarantee everyone will be looking at you saying, look at him, look at her, perfect timing. That's how he or she got rich. They got lucky. No, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. This storm may not happen again for the next 50 years. If you do this right, you'll be printing money. No matter what the market does, up or down, there is a deal of the century somewhere every day when you have the money. So get prepared. How many more opportunities are you going to miss? How many more opportunities are going to present themselves to you that you have to pass up? When is enough before you actually do something about it? Or get the right knowledge, or use the right strategy? Raising money will cure a lot of these problems. Money creates opportunities and it allows you to act on them. In a moment, I'm going to share another testimonial for you of Cass. He's raised a lot of money so quickly and now he needs to go and find some more deals. And I'm sure you'll agree that's a fantastic problem to have. And if you're thinking, Rob, I know I should be focused and getting prepared, so when should I start? When is the best time for me to get started? When can I start implementing these strategies? Today. Yesterday. You don't have to wait for experience. You don't have to wait for your first buy to let or flip or conversion. You can implement these strategies right now and start today. And if you've been in the property industry for some years, then at some point you will have experienced that moment where you could have moved on a deal, but the lack of funds stopped you. I know that pain. You're here to start utilizing and learning the art of raising OPM because you know that you can scale a lot faster with that skill set. Starting out or experienced, you can cut that time in half or even a quarter of the time that it usually takes when using your own money, or recycling the current investor's money that you perhaps raised. You must start raising money immediately, even if you have your own cash, even if you have your own money. Hold on to that capital and use as much as other people's money as you possibly can. It's all about OPM. Money is only valuable if it's used, and there's so much of it out there that needs to be put to use. Cass will explain that to you now. He was struggling to find funding as times were getting pretty hard.
Hi, I'm Kasim and I run and operate serviced accommodation across the UK. I've been running serviced accommodation, specifically Rent to SA, since 2015. So it's been about 7 to 8 years now and well established. But the problem that I had when I came to Phil and Rob was that I was unable to get investors on board, not really worked with investors much in the past, very inexperienced in that field. We wanted to scale up this year by taking on blocks across the UK, and we needed investor finance to be able to do that. So when I came to Phil and Rob from Asset Revolution, they helped me within 7 days get my first investor on board. And now 30 days into it, we managed to get 7 investors on board with over £1 million in investor finance ready to go. But the issue that I'm having now is we've got the investors and now we haven't got enough deals to fulfill all of the investments. So it's a good problem to have. And without Phil and Rob from Asset Revolution, I would not have been in this position. So hands down, the best thing I've ever done working with these guys. And I would 100% recommend it to anybody who's looking to raise investor finance.
If you'd like us to help you achieve this, then fill out the application at the end for a call with me and my team. So from what I've said, you know the importance, but how to do it. Let's reverse engineer how to raise money. So how to not raise money. I'll give you the answer. The way to not raise money, don't tell anyone. When you know what you're doing, you don't need a lot of time. You just need to do the right stuff the right way. Only knowing what to do is the hardest part. But to guarantee you shrink your business or never get it off the ground or never grow it to begin with, tell no one about your stuff. And if no one knows about your stuff, we can be pretty sure that no one is going to buy it. Relating this to OPM, no one's going to invest. If more people know about your stuff, if more people know about your offer, your deals, the more money you will make. Tell people what you do and showcase what you're doing. You must let people know you exist. So the point I'm making, you need to advertise and market yourself. You need to tell everyone what you do in property so they know what you do. I get it. Sounds scary, nerve-wracking, but guess what? No one is going to save you in this harsh world. Life is not a bedtime story. Cavalry is not coming. You are out here alone. It's down to you and your mindset, and you have to do some things that you don't want to do in order to progress. No matter what level of experience you are, just starting out or a seasoned pro, we're going to break down your mindset around money. A lot of courses out there use mindset as a get out and palm it off as value. The mindset we will share with you sharpens the tools you already have and will add new ones so you can attract and raise money with full confidence. Money is very emotional, so it's my duty to make sure that you're in the correct money-raising frame of mind, because what we think about 50 times a day is what we are. So if you think you can't raise OPM, then you won't go very far in business at all. We destroy that mentality and we'll replace it with a winning warrior mindset. I'm going to challenge any limiting beliefs that you have around money and your relationship with money. To raise money, you must have an abundance mindset, and I'll help you overcome any blocks that you may have, and I'm going to replace them with confidence. You'll certainly raise money with the correct mindset, just like Yusuf. Yusuf raised a lot of money due to his mindset.
Rob and Phil helped me massively. I mean, I set a target for myself to achieve $250,000 in 3 months, but I actually ended up doing that within the first month or so. You know, right now we're actually in the process of actually buying a property, buying two as a matter of fact, using none of my own money, all investor finance, and, you know, I couldn't have done that without Rob and Phil's help, to be fair. They've always been, you know, on hand for support. You know, whenever I needed them, they've always been there. You know, they've given me the knowledge I've needed. Things I thought I knew from the start or before I even joined was nothing compared to when I got together with these guys. So, you know, they pretty much took me through the whole process and, you know, really showed me how everything's done and, you know, how to get things done. What I would say to someone thinking about joining the Asset Revolution, I mean, I don't even feel like it's a question. I mean, the amount of progress you can make within a short space of time, it's crazy, it's amazing. I mean, before I joined, I didn't think it was possible, but, you know, within a short space of time, being able to raise that much money and deploy it into actually buying a property. I mean, look, if you're looking to build a property portfolio and you're looking to do so within a short space of time, I don't really think it's a question as to whether or not you should join. 3 words, simply join right now.
How incredible is that? You see, by understanding how this business model works, your role and where you can capitalize, you hold all the cards. You're ahead of all the sheep when you understand the importance of raising money and mimic success, like that of the top 1%. This mixed in with the urgency of being prepared, you are without doubt pulling all the strings. Life is hard now, and it will only get more and more difficult unless you are ready and equipped to act. And this is why I emphasize preparation so much. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Now with the right mindset and how to get yourself in front of investors, you will have your eyes set on winning and making money. At the end of this, people will be queuing up to work with you. There'll be no financial limits. You can just rinse and repeat. You'll have more money than you ever imagined. What difference could that make for you? Ask yourself now. All that money. Crazy. I'm going to do something for you. As you've invested your time into your education on getting to know the how, you're going to be rewarded early. Stay until the end. I'm going to send you a free copy of my blueprint. That will help you get on your way to your first million. And for those of you who are ready to make your next 6 to 7 figures this year in 2023 and raise £1 million within a year from now, this is your chance. I live a crazy life and it has everything to do with OPM. I'm able to travel the world, do what I want and when I want. Most importantly, being able to look after my family and friends. And the bonus is, you can do it all too. Without wasting any more time, click the link on this page. I'll leave it below this webinar and go ahead and get started. Also, check out the results from others and what they've been able to achieve. With the program, I must warn you, there's a concise, selective process. So those that show the most hunger will be the ones that get in. If you're hungry like I was and still am, I'll work with you. I'll only work with those of you who actually want to better your lives. If you're seeing this webinar right now, that means it's for a reason. I will leave my links to join the community. Also, you'll have the opportunity to book a call with me now. The Calendly link is coming up. Invest in yourself, and I hope to see you soon.